Okay, sorry, I don't know why my last video got cut off, but we were actually talking about simplifying radical expressions still. So I want to go ahead and pick up where we left off. We're on example 4, and by 4 I mean example 5. So what we're going to look here is we're going to break this down. We're looking at breaking this number down, and I'm looking for a perfect square that'll go into it. So what I'm saying is there a number that can actually go into this? Because we're using, remember this is going to be index right now. So here we got a number that will actually go into it, and 2 to the 10th power actually breaks this number down. Okay? So if we have 2 to the 10th power, that means 2 times 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 2 gives us 2 to the 10th power, which gives us 1024. Now we want to go ahead and set this up now that we know that we have 4, 2 to the 10th, and we're going to have, this is now going to be set over 4 because it's our index. So we brought our index over right here. So what do we need to do now is we just need to solve it. And we can reduce the 2, the 10 and 4 by what number? By 2. So that'd be 5 over 2. So we have 2 and 5 over 2. Which if you want to leave it as 2 and 1/2, I have no problem with that. So your number you're going to be looking at is, you're going to have 2 squared. We're going to have plus 1/2. And that's just because we brought this number out right here. The 2 and 5 halves. If you leave this 2 and 5 halves, that's perfectly fine. Or you can just take it the next step further. No problem whatsoever. So if you have 2 squared, that's 4. And the other 2 will stay inside your radical because it's not, you can't bring the because 2, what I'm saying is if you have square root of 4, it's going to be, did I put that right? Yeah. So this right here is going to be fine. I have no problem. Just go ahead and leave it at that if you want to. Alright, so our last portion here, friends, we're going to use the formula from the beginning to determine the account balance. So we have $10,000, which I wish I had $10,000. It said we invested for 2.5 years. That's 2.5 years. Alright, and at an interest of 5%. So that's saying that interest is not 5, just the number 5. It's 0.05 and 5%. And it says compounded annually. Annually means 1 year. Alright, so the way that you're going to do this, you're going to take your 10,000 1 year times 5 interest times, and you're going to put this is your exponent, the 2.5. The 2.5 is how many years it's going to draw the interest. So when you put that in there, all you do, friends, is just multiply this together, put it in your calculator, and when I put this in my calculator, it gives me $11,297.26 for my investment. So just use the formula. A equals principal, 1 standing for the year, the rates, which was 5%, and the time, which we did 2.5 years. Alright, so sorry again about the previous problem turning off, but I'll try to fix it a little better next time. If you guys have any questions, again, you have my number. Text me, FaceTime me, and we'll definitely go over any problems you guys have. And I hope you guys have a great weekend.